Merle Pettit, and today I want to ask you, did you know that our gut bacteria is more than our genes? Our genes are only 25,000 according to the Human Genome Project. And how about our gut bacteria? Compare that number to 20 to 50 trillion gut bacteria. But what makes the gut bacteria so unique? Because it is as unique, or even more unique, so to say, than your fingerprint and your iris. Moreover, scientists are now finding that our gut bacteria has the capability of gene expression, or I should say, affecting our gene expression. Two studies that pertain to this is from Kramer and fellow researchers and a study of Huller and Fu. Diet microbiota interactions mediate global epigenetic programming in multiple host tissues. To understand the study, we must first understand that fiber, soluble and insoluble, are food for the gut bacteria. And once fiber is fermented by the gut bacteria, SCFAs, or short-chain fatty acids, are released. But this doesn't happen in the Western diet. And so it affects the histone acetylation and methylation. Histone acetylation, this is an important process in gene regulation. Histone methylation is an important process in metabolizing methyl groups in the usable amino acid, specifically histone proteins responsible for the structure of DNA and the frequency of DNA transcription or multiplication. To simplify, diet affects gut microbiome, and gut microbiome affects the genetic expression. Studies like this resulted to the emerging science of epigenetics. Diet, the gut microbiome, and epigenetics. Huller and Fu also came to a similar conclusion, studying the etiology of cancer. It is not all hereditary genetic expression, but also as a result of microbial metabolites from the diet, activating gene expression, which may increase or decrease the risk for cancer. According to E. Mechnikov, a Russian pathologist, father of orthobiosis and probiotics, who received the sixth ever Nobel laureate in 1908, said, "Death begins in the colon." I would like to share my experience with you when I was still in my senior year taking a Bachelor of Science in nursing back in the Philippines. That was a long time ago. And yes, that was my background before I switched and became a clinical nutritionist because of a quarter life crisis. And I had this incredible and unforgettable experience of being in the OR for my clinicals. And I thought I was prepared that day, but clearly I was not. And so I came to the door of the OR that day and I mustered all the courage and confidence I could find, I could gather in me as I whiffed the sterile smell of the OR. We did the prep, sterile hand washing, sterile lab gown, sterile gloves, and then came the patient ready to be prepped. Minutes later, the assistant surgeon and the surgeon came. So the patient had severe abdominal pain. His stomach was severely distended and he was suffering from severe putrefaction and a lot of gas. And looking at his chart, we found out that he did not, are you ready for this? He did not move his bowel For a month. You heard me right. For a month, the patient was prepped and he was given spinal block or spinal anesthesia. And we checked his vitals, not us, but the anesthesiologist. So all the vitals were fine, and so we were ready for the surgery. We were set. The surgeon asked for the scalpel, and he made an abdominal incision, and when it was all open, he tried to carefully take the bowels out, those large intestines that were so distended, so enlarged, and slowly and carefully, and we were assisting him. And then suddenly came the sound. He twisted it the wrong way, and so the deadly miasma filled the entire sterile operating room, and everyone was trying to grab his arm and was holding to it to try to cover our nose and our mouths, and we still could smell it. And the surgeon left cursing, and we stayed there in that room with assistant surgeon dealing with all the mess. I shared that story recently with my professor in our class, and he said, wow, what a story. So I'm telling you, don't wait for a month before you do something if you can't go to the bathroom. You have water, you have fiber, you have prune juice, tamarind juice, and many others that can help you move your bowel. Also, enema and colonics. Just think of it. If you have problem with your plumbing, won't you call a plumber right this minute as soon as possible? Then why don't we deal with our own plumbing issues with that biological plumbing system that we have and help clean that gut? Because there are a lot of debris in there that have been there for years, even decades, that have not been washed out. The first time I had my enema was when I was 12 and my mom was working in the wellness center. My sister didn't want to do it. I thought like that would be a good experience and it will clean my bowel, and since then I've been doing it once in a while, and then I tried to do that as part of my detoxification. So my question is, why should we care less about our biological plumbing system when we care so much about our house plumbing? And the ones that we have inside is irreplaceable. So I think that is a note that I wanted to end it with, and for us to really think of our diet and how we do detox to be able to clean our gut. So I hope you've learned something today. Choose life, choose health, and choose well. For after all is said and done, it's all about a matter of choice.